Corona, let's go. I want to drink. I want to drink alcohol. Sorry.
Hey, show us your bike. Show us your bike. Show us your bike.
My bike?
Yeah. Talk about it. It's like, my bike's the show.
It is, but that's not because it's cool. That's because
your bike is cool.
It is, but but it's not a custom at all. It's a stock bike. Here it is.
She's a bitch!
So I have a few. It's a 1966 Harley Davidson XLCH. And somebody had the idea of just putting it in here because it's original and it's old and it's rusty and it looks like it doesn't run. And it absolutely does. I found it literally in a warehouse barn. You say barn find, but it was a giant barn. This dude had, that's a cool story. So I found it on Craigslist. I've been looking for one for a long time, a specific 1967 or earlier. And this dude's like had it spelled wrong, which is, I shouldn't be telling you my secrets, but that's how I find things. And I went over there and he had probably in this giant like barn shed, it was huge. He probably had about 24 vintage Japanese bikes, like cool shit. 60s, 70s, like the good stuff. Anyways, and then there was this, which is what I was going for. And he said, yeah, I got it. This guy used to work for me and he owed me money, so he gave me this bike instead. Now, I'm not a Harley guy, I'm a Japanese bike guy, so I just want to get rid of it. And I was like, what's the story? And he's like, well, he had it, and I've had it for 5 years. He had it for 10, and neither one of us ever got it running. It was sat outside the entire time he had it. So I offered him this amount, a specific amount, and he accepted. And I've been riding it every day ever since. The timing was 180 degrees off initially, and the carburetor was junk. So I put a new carburetor on it, fixed the timing, rode it, ran great, rebuilt the magneto because that took a shit at one point. This is the good side on the other side. Yeah, that's all. I mean, I like it, but in the grand scheme of all these awesome bikes, it's nothing. But it's in here because of, I guess, its story, right? All these bikes have a story, but that was just, somebody was very lazy, and that's how I got it. So there you go. Let's get a drink. Oh, let me show you this bike. I love Triumphs because I have an old one, and so this dude, you can't see, everybody's crowded around it right now, but this Triumph right here is amazing. It's just got so much cool shit on it, and the paint is amazing. Open primary, he's got everything engraved. I wish I could tell you more about it, but I would rather talk to him about it. I mean, I can tell you things that I noticed, but just take it all in. It's beautiful. It's got that Honda CB front hub. Why not? Yeah, it's beautiful. Well, I'll just point out cool bikes I like on the way to get a drink. Hi. Man, this is like where it's not going on. Dude, well, this is the supporter area, and as you can see, it's really going on outside. No one wants to be in the VIP supporter area. Everybody wants to be out in the mix. I was gonna get a drink, but I'll hold off. Oh, we should talk to her.
Go grab her and be like, hey, talk to you.
Can we talk to you about your bike on camera?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. The boys are back there.
Oh,
the real artist.
Dude, he finished that so quick. Last year was like 3 days. Wow. Yeah. All right, let's go look at yours. Sorry, I forget that I have to hold this. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm really good. Whoa, Ian. Look at this fucking awesome bike.
Yeah,
I want you to tell I want you to tell me about it. I want you to tell me how, just out of my own curiosity, how this came about. Like, what did you start with? I mean, obviously, was it something that you already had, or was it something that you had in mind using that specific platform, or what was the deal?
So I built this for fun,
Yep.
right? And last year I made a BSA Polestar.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Which was really the funnest project I ever got to do. It was the first bike I was able to make for myself and vibe out with, not for a customer, and it was a blast.
Is this one for a customer too, or is this for you also?
For myself. So when I was done with that, I was kind of bummed because I had so much fun and I didn't have any other projects. And I was doing bikes for customers, which is so different, you know. And I got a call one day from one of my buddies that was like, hey, there's this guy with an old Indian in the basement. I'm like, what do you mean? They send me a photo and I was like, that's a weird looking Indian. It's not an Indian. And I go to this guy's house, I happen to know him. And I was like, man, this thing is really cool. What do you want? He's like, I just want a running Jap bike. And I was like, I got dozens of those. He's like, what's up? You want to do a trade? He was having it. And so I traded him a running bike. He was the happiest kid in the world. And then we're like, all right, how do we get this out? It was in someone's basement, was put in there 30, 40 years ago.
Whoa.
And they had renovated the whole basement.
So you couldn't get it out?
The only way to get it out were those tiny little, we were in New England, we're in Boston, narrow stairs, tiny little stairs to go up. We wheelied the whole thing up and outside, and I was like, you know, this thing is so bizarre. You know, it's a Royal Enfield Indian. You know, it's
What
not.
year is it?
It's 57.
Okay.
And I kind of fell in love with it, and so I felt like it was kind of time to start another project for myself so I could be psyched on going to work. And I wanted to do something that sort of complemented the style of the previous bike, but also complemented the concept of something functioning in an abnormal way. So the pull start, it's not, you don't normally do that.
Yeah, hell no.
It's dangerous, it's stupid, you'll break a tooth, you'll dislocate your arm. And,
But that's the fun part.
yeah.
Like, is it gonna mess me up?
Yeah, it keeps you on your toes. And so...
And you can't ride those bikes home drunk.
Yeah, no way. You can't really ride this one drunk or sober or whatever it is. So I was thinking, okay, what can I do to sort of complement that? So this one works with a foot throttle.
Oh.
So there's no throttle with your hand. It works
Will you
with
show me where that
Sure,
all
yeah.
is?
So it works with a gas pedal. So the way it works is you pull in the clutch, I cut a channel through the tank and welded in a big sleeve and made linkage. So you shift at the tank, you pull in the clutch, you shift at the tank, and as you're letting the clutch out, you give it gas with your foot.
Holy cow. May I?
Go for it. You could even sit on it for all I care.
Wow. Sorry I didn't notice this before. I haven't even had a chance to look at it.
Yeah, no, you can check it out. So this is a hook that you'd use normally to pick up bales of hay.
Yeah.
So I welded on tab for the drum of the cable to sit in, and it runs under this little dog leash, and the cable comes to the carb. I made these manifolds kick out so the cables wouldn't get too jammed up.
For sure.
And so that's the gas pedal.
Wow. That's pretty fucking badass.
That's funny.
I love it. How is it? Is it really weird to get used to, or is it all right?
You know,
I mean, it's like a car, I guess. Except a little bit less responsive.
The amount of pressure is almost the same as your car, and I would like to say it's fun to ride and cool and smooth, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's so sketchy, and I'm not gonna lie about it. It's not something that you'd be jazzed up to go on a ride because it messes with your head. I've been riding since I was a kid, and you're nervous.
Yeah.
You know? So it was really just something for me to try.
Now, I don't know too much about, I've seen that engine before, for sure, but I don't know too much about this. I'm sure at this point you know a lot about this bike and the history of it, and but my question is What is original as far as the frame? Oh, well, I know this isn't, but like, how much did you keep?
So the frame normally kicked back. Basically, in a nutshell, I chopped from here and stretched the swing arm back by 6 inches and made a loop to mount an adjustable dual monoshock. So under here, I welded this on so the suspension can lift up and down. Cut off the whole back of the frame to really kind of open it up. There was like a bunch of different mounts going on, but stretched it and made this loop for the suspension, and it makes it so you can lift the bike up and ride it in a much more aggressive position or lower it. Didn't do much with the front of the frame. Welded on a set of triple trees from my son's mini bike for your foot mounts, to Brannick devices where you rest your feet.
Yeah, I like this.
That's
I remember
funny.
those.
The other half of these is in a little coffin battery box back there. The headlight is a police light that rotates.
Oh yeah.
I can turn it on for you if you want.
Yeah, please.
So it still moves.
Man. Yeah, this thing's pretty amazing.
The tail light is the tail light's an egg slicer. You can check it out. It's funny.
Yes, please. Oh yes. Yes, it absolutely is.
It's a gutted egg slicer with an LED with a piece of red film over it.
Wow.
The fender came off a old Real Indian, and it didn't fit over the wheel, so I cut it in half.
Yep.
And then this is a piece of water jet aluminum.
Do you do that too?
I don't do the water jet. We did all the math for it, but I'm not really that good with computers.
Plus, you need that machine.
Yeah, we have a bunch of CNC stuff at the shop, but to be honest, I'm kind of just like an angle grinder and hammer type of kid. I hope one day to move on to more CAD work, but I'm not good at that.
What's up with that front end, and more specifically the upper triple?
So this is actually sort of the stock triple tree. There was a huge aluminum, kind of protrusion here that had the Speedo sitting in it, and I just chopped it off because I knew I wasn't going to run the stock Speedo, and just kind of like quickly ground it off. Made a couple slips for the front of the shocks. Then this is a wrench, and I just bored it out and welded on a little tab to mount the headlight too. So this is just a wrench I curved up and welded this on. Cut a couple slots for the brakes for them to breathe. The shifter handle is a lathe handle that I heated up with oxyacetylene so it could have the same curve of the tank.
Yeah, no, it looks great. It looks better than great. This thing is fucking awesome.
It's funny. It's kind of like, it's something to make people laugh. I don't know. Like this seat, for example.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know if when you were a kid you had a little radio flyer wagon.
Yeah, probably.
That's the steering yoke from it.
Oh.
So the handle would come up from here.
Yes.
So that's the handle, and then this is the yoke, and the wagon would be back here.
Yeah. I see it now.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I just took a bicycle seat and reinforced the under and welded it up. And this is the oil tank from a weed whacker, and that's where all my tools are in there. So you unscrew that and get all your tools and zip ties.
This thing is awesome.
It's funny.
I can't wait to see your next bike. Well, the bike for next year.
Yeah.
The past 2 years, it's very impressive.
So I'm hoping to build kind of like a little series of bikes that have a similar vibe to this, and then move on to something totally different. So I want to get more comfortable with this vibe and make a series so that when you see each bike individual, you enjoy it, but when you see them all together, you kind of get it.
Yeah.
Where they all sort of play off each other. The pull start, the foot throttle, then the next two that I'm gonna make, and then do that and feel comfortable with that little vibe in series, and then move on to something totally different,
else.
you know. And just like learn and practice and get inspired by stuff here. There's so many bikes here where I'm like,
man,
wow.
that's the thing. Every time this show's around, it's like, okay.
You know, it's funny because I view this like a funny bunch of junk, and then it's in a space that's like a showroom, you know, museum quality, real museum stuff. And
well, I will say
inspired.
this definitely isn't junk. And I feel everybody says the same thing about their bikes, no matter who it is. Well, Not everybody, but
Yeah.
most people are like, oh, I mean, it's nothing compared to that, or my bike's this compared to that, but no, it definitely belongs here, and it's an amazing bike.
Well, I appreciate it being.
Yeah, of course.
It's humbling.
Now, for my own
beyond
knowledge, like I said, I don't know much about these Indians.
words. So it's
What is it?
It's really a Royal Enfield. So it's Royal Enfield 700 twin cylinder, and you know it's truly a British bike. So, but the hardware is Whitworth. So you got to use Whitworth tools, Whitworth thread. I re-tapped everything that I could to be metric because that's what I'm used to.
Yeah,
And, like,
plus
getting-
finding like
Whitworth sucks. It's hard to find.
it is, and then there are a few different kinds, and then like
Yeah.
bolts are stripped, or heads are stripped or whatever, and you got to buy tabs for it, and it's just a
Exactly.
whole thing, man.
This whole thing was junk. There was no compression. I had to do top end. The clutch was seized. I had to do the whole clutch job. Transmission, the dogs were screwed. I had to do, the whole
Everything.
engine was junk. But it's like working on any British bike. It's an AMOL carb,
Yep.
and all that. The only thing that's Indian really is just the tins. It's just a rebranding thing.
Yeah, I mean, it screams British for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a fun project, and I don't know. I'm glad people enjoy it and kind of see the humor in it.
Oh, I think it's amazing. I love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for talking to me.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. Oh, tell everybody your name.
My name is J Shia from Madhouse Motors in Boston, Mass.
Boom, Boston. Home of the hardcore scene. All right.
Hardcore scene. Yeah.
Thank you so much. It's good to see you again. Yeah, it's always good to see you. Obviously you've been in the show a couple times and we've been like, hey, I know who you are.
I'm like a quiet kid.
No, it's cool. But I'm glad I finally got to talk to
I
you.
know.
So now, whether you like it or not, you're my friend.
I appreciate it.
All right, I'll see you soon. Yeah. Mallory, you're still here.
Hey guys, it's Mallory again.
It's little Mal on the street.
I miss you so much. My arm is still broken, just in case you were wondering.
I was actually gonna go find you again, see if it was still broken.
No, after talking to you, it feels a lot better though, to be honest.
Little business. That bike is so badass. Anyways, I'm glad we ran into her. Or hunted her down, whatever you want to call it. Sorry, man. Dude, I keep seeing like glimpses of Christian and then he's like disappears. How are you guys? Good to see y'all again. What's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Hey, I'm Alec.
Carlito.
Nice to meet you.
Everything going good?
It's cool, man. Today was like, I hit a wall today at one point. I was like,
Imagine that.
yeah, no shit. Because we're on like this WhatsApp group thing for everybody who's working. And I was just like, hey, thanks everybody. You guys everybody rules. I'm going to go in the back. I don't feel very well. I'm going to go chill out for like 30 minutes.
It's best for everybody if I chill.
Yeah. And so, we've all been encouraging that, right? Like, dude, if you feel fucked up or you feel tired or whatever, take a break. Like, so I feel better now. I took allergy medicine, and I ate, and I had a Red Bull. So I'm all over the place.
Whatever it takes. Yeah. And if you need me, you let me know, bro. You know, right?
Absolutely.
Right?
I know
You
that.
know that.
I know that. It's good to see you guys.
see you, Alec.
Yeah, man. I'll see you in a little bit. Yeah. You want to talk about the bike?
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
All right.
Take me.
Take you to the bike?
Yeah.
Me?
Yes.
Oh my God. Me of all people?
Well, I mean,
We should get Sean.
well, both of you.
Okay.
Where
come
is
on.
he?
Come on. Let me go grab him real fast. Oh, you can have him. Yeah. He would love to talk about that bike. Kidding? Let me grab him.
Oh. He's in the supporter area.
He's
Come
in the
on, man.
supporter.
I want to talk about the bike. Also, should we get a drink first?
Do you need a drink?
I do.
Yeah. Go get yourself a drink.
You want
What
one?
do you want? Yeah. No, I'm okay. Do I got a drink?
I'm not gonna let it go. I'm not gonna let it go.
Are you off? Are you stoked? All Are you stoked?
I think $1 out of your ticket jar around. That was nice.
Yeah, man. Awesome.
It's been fun.
Good. What's up, dude? How are you?
Doing all right, man?
Yeah, I'm gonna get a drink.
Yeah, what do you want?
But what? Damn.
No, you don't like yours.
Like Lone Star. I know. That's what I was drinking yesterday. I do, but how's that Haas Gallery Ranch water?
It's good.
I'll take one of those. Thank you.
That's super popular. This,
What's that one?
they're hand-built.
Can I try it? You don't mind? It smells good. Ooh, it is good. Thank you. Yeah.
Just want to make sure in case you like that one better.
No, that one is good, but I don't know how I'm gonna pay for this, by the way. We'll figure it out.
You know what? I saw your.
Thanks. Thank you.
What are you drinking?
I'm getting the Haas Gallery Ranch water. Tequila, lime juice, salt, Rambler, lime wedge. Dude, thanks so much, man.
Craig is
Thank you.
broken-hearted. You didn't like get maybe grog. Whatever grog is. Something that makes you groggy.
I had that last night, but I had to brush my teeth.
you get one of
afterwards.
those?
I felt dirty.
Did you get one of those?
No, I haven't had one. Oh.
Can you even pronounce that? Like, is that even
Alec
English?
Padron?
Yeah, it's pronounced Padron.
Padron.
Yeah,
Is that you?
he's a legend.
Yeah.
All right, Colt, I want to talk about your bike too, man. So we'll get there.
All right.
Yeah. Where is he? Oh, there you are. All right, here we are. Tell everyone your name.
So my name is Sean Cooney.
Yeah. Are those the repop ones or are those the original?
Repops.
I got them on mine too.
Yeah, so big fins for a little extra cooling.
Yeah, man.
So it's a 1970 Triumph T 120 RT. So the RT is the, in 1970 they built 200 engines for racing. AMA racing, so this is one of those 200. I got a certification from the AMA certifying it. That's what's kind of special about the motor.
Yeah, what's the difference? Is it just a different cams or?
It's a 750 basically.
Oh.
So they're 650. So route is built the whole top end, route pistons, route cylinder head, all that stuff, and then cams and all that stuff too. So it's kind of a special motor, but
they open up a little higher RPM, right?
Yeah. So the frame doesn't match the engine, so I didn't.
Oh, well
feel,
then, never mind. Just kidding.
I didn't feel bad about making it into a bobber. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I probably would have had been a good steward of the bike and put it back to original. So that's basically it. But I try to make it kind of hot rodish. So I have a Moon Eyes oil filter, some other Moon Eyes hot rod stuff on it. So
And what front end is that?
it's a 2007 GSXR. Front end, so dual disc front brakes.
Yeah, right on.
That was
man.
kind of a pain, getting it to adapt to the Triumph frame.
Oh yeah.
But it was fun.
Awesome,
Finished
man.
it about 5 minutes before we loaded it up to get here.
That's like a common theme with a
Yeah.
lot of these bikes.
Yeah. So when you guys send out that poster, like get into gear,
like,
you're not kidding.
shit.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Awesome, man.
So,
Well, thank you very much.
hey, thanks for having me.
Are you still running like pretty stock as far as the ignition or anything like
Pasonic
that?
electronic ignition.
I'm always curious about how people
Yeah.
do their Triumphs. Right on. Did you see that purple one over there? That
Yeah, that Sangria.
yeah.
I think it's badass.
That's fucking badass. Awesome, man. Thank
Yeah.
you very
All right,
much.
thanks, Alec.
Yeah, dude. I'll see you soon.
Take care.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Are you having a good time?
I'm having a fabulous time.
On a scale of 1 to 11.
I'd give it a 12.
Damn.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
I'm not easy to please.
Thank you guys. See y'all. All right, we're gonna talk to somebody else, but I'm gonna drink this drink first.
I like your drink.
Hi, I got my drink. I'm gonna people watch because that's my favorite thing to do in the entire world. It's called judging. I like judging people's appearance. Yeah, I'm gonna keep enjoying the Handbuilt Show, and I hope this isn't too boring for everybody. I'm just trying to ask people things that I would want to know, or whatever. It's cool because you're in this environment a lot, and I work at a shop, and you think you've seen like, you know, you've seen a lot of motorcycles. I've seen a lot of motorcycles. I know a lot of makes and models, but man, there's always something that I don't know anything about, and I love it. Aren't you hot?
It's kind of cold. I'm chilly.
Hey, have you guys met my dad? He came into town to visit.
How you doing, son? Yeah,
All
I
right,
think
man.
you're doing fine.
I'm waiting for the talk.
The talk? It's kind of awkward.
It's what?
It's a little awkward.
That's
right
okay.
now.
We don't have. It doesn't have to be visual. I just want like a.
Oh, I got diagrams.
Awesome. I love you. Bye.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you. All right. I'll see you. We'll see you soon. It ain't over yet. Bye.